Welcome back to Crazy Bill's Garage, and today I have for you the latest in technology of the new Mobil 1 Extended Performance. Finally, I got him here where I live in Canada. Now, this one is supposed to be made, well, in South Korea. And it says so right on it, made in South Korea. It's an M1107. And here, let me show you there's the number on top if you can read that. I believe this one was manufactured in 2024. We finally started getting these newer ones, and you can tell it's from like South Korea or a different manufacturer because they put protective covers. And it does not look like the Purelator type anymore. So this type is from good old South Korea. And yeah, like I said, the last types were made, the extended performance were made by Purelator. Now, if you noticed, I just did one from my Ford Freestyle that was in there for a while, but it had some damage in that filter, and I don't know why, or if it came that way. I'm not sure what happened. But yeah, there was some damage with the, the bypass valve. So, this type is different. And, well, we're going to get a weight on that. Feels pretty hefty. So, what do we got set up here first? Grams. Well, we'll go grams first. 337.2, or, which is ounces? I don't know. I'll have to find ounces. Or 11.894 ounces. Oh, okay. Interesting enough. But I like my grams, so since I'm from Canada, I use grams. Now, this filter tells me here that, even on the box here, tells me that protects for 25,000 kilometers. That's about 16,000 miles. But it says, it doesn't say protects up to or protects with just synthetic. It just says protects for 25,000 kilometers. And that's it. You're getting that. No matter what. Well, I can't wait to check it out to see if that's what we're going to get. This filter, though, that one feels a lot better than the last make by Purelator. Removes over 99% of contaminants greater than 30 microns. Silicone anti-drain back valve and synthetic mixed filter media. So yeah. Didn't want to look too much in it because there's a lot of information online that's still pertaining to the old filter. So I just went with what it said for this filter. It's all on the box. So I just took what was on the box, wrote it out, and I'm just going by what the box said because there's a lot of mixed information online. But South Korea, I'm thinking, and some people have actually told me that it's probably made by Premium Guard, which would be nice. I like Premium Guard. They're pretty awesome. Actually, they make the best. Pretty well the best filter for their Premium Guard Extended is just awesome. So this is just your normal, it looks like rubber base gasket. It's a really nice gasket, I must say. So, 6.9 grams. And this should be a pretty thick. It says it's thick. It says so on the box. It's very thick box. It's a very thick box. It's a very thick canister. So we're going to check that out. So, let me flip her over. We'll take a look at the base. And wow, that is a thick base. That is definitely 1, 2, 3, mostly 3. And if you look in certain spots, it'll be 4 threads on the base. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 inlet holes. one large threaded outlet hole. And yes, this is a hefty base. I have to admit, that thing's 168.2 grams. That is a hefty base. And very impressive. Another impressive thing is the silicone anti-drain bag valve. I know it performs a simple task, but it's nice when you get a good one, I must say. Okay, let's pull her out of there. Oh, has a leaf spring. For some reason, it had a lot of spring in it when I took the base off. That is a thick cup. And it had a lot of spring, but you can see this spring is pretty, got a lot of springiness to it. Well, not too bad. But I still like real springs, I must say. Okay, I gotta measure that cup. Well, not measure it, measure the thickness. See how thick that cup is. So, let us see what we have. Why am I in the wrong setting? There we go. In the right setting. 0.49 of an inch. Oh, I mean of a millimeter. 0.48. And 0.49. That's pretty good thickness there. Like, hopefully I got all that on camera. I don't even know if I did. Oh my word. Well, I'll look back later. I'll go, yeah, it was on camera. But yeah, 0.4, 0.5, 0.49. Very thick canister. Very impressive. Now, what can we say about... Well, let us shine a light up there to see, make sure that bypass valve isn't doing bypassing before it's supposed to. And I see it is not. That's very nice. Okay, that is nice to see, in fact. So, let's put that there, and let's count the pleats. So, we have 64 pleats, and let's take a look how nice these are. It's pretty nice. It's not terrible. You don't see a whole ton of glue all over the place either on these newer South Korean built Mobil 1 extended. Okay. No, this thing doesn't have a bypass. What was I talking about? It's not a bypass at all there. See light through it. Couldn't see light through it because there's no bypass there. That's solid all the way. Like, what was I thinking there was a bypass there? No. Oh, see, it tricked me. Oh, I'm such an idiot. Okay, there's no bypass there, so of course you saw no light through there. See, I'll leave my mistake in so you can see I am human and not a robot. So, it's gonna take off the filtration. Well, cut off the filtration. It has a nice metal strip here. There we go. Come on. I don't want to wreck you, but, you know. Alright. Super knife. Needs its own introduction music, doesn't it? Or not. Super knife can do without introduction music. It is strong enough to not have it. No, this is nice filtration, I gotta say. It's at the right. It filters better than 30 microns. You ever seen how small a micron is? Then you have really good eyes. You ever seen how small 30 microns is? You have really good eyes too, because it's pretty hard to see down that small. There we go. Thank you, Super Knife. There we go. And that is the way it is. It's beautiful. Here we go. Though it's a little larger too, but see, there's a lot of filtration in here. And it uses, look at all the glue they used to hold everything together and down there. Nada. See how you might fool me that I thought there was a bypass valve there? Yeah. Boy, you made a fool of me. I'll have to get back at you. So, well, let us see how thick this filtration is. I know, this isn't the proper way to do it, but it's the way I do. 0.71, 0.70, I mean, of a millimeter. That is not too bad. It's not too thick. It's not like 0.20, where it's like tissue paper going through. This stuff looks really nice. Feels really good in the hand. And what is the weight of this? 15.5 grams. So, I'll tell you right now, 67 inches long or 170 centimeters, 2 inches wide or 5 centimeters. I'll tell you, if you could have seen my face when you seen how long this 67 inches of filtration was, you would be amazed. Hey, maybe I'll try to insert something to show you my shocked expression. That's amazing. Now what? Now where do we go from here? We did that. We did that. We did all this stuff. We're here. Where do we go? All right. Should show you what this stuff looks like underneath the microscope. Yeah, let's try that next. So, how does that look? Stuff looks pretty good. We're at 600 magnification right now. It looks very nice. And, well, yeah, it's supposed to be synthetic. And I guess synthetic glass, maybe cellulose. But I'm guessing synthetic or glass. Does look very close to those types. And it doesn't have the kind of woven look that I see cellulose have. It's got more of a glass look to it. And now we're on to the back side of the filter, and yeah, it still has that synthetic glass look to it. Very nice, I must say, very nice filtration for this filter. Like, this is by far is a much better Mobil 1 extended performance filter than the last type was, I'm sure. Last type did its job well, except for the one that I got on my Ford Freestyle. But I know it did a fine job on the things it did do, but I do believe this one will do equal and probably better job of all of what it's supposed to do. So, is this a better make of the extended than the Purelator made one? I would say there's probably people who like the Purelator one, and there's people who like this make. I prefer this make because it just seems like it's a much more refined filter for going to the 25,000 kilometers. But the other filter was fine too, except for that one fly found on my car that made me not want to use the Purelators anymore. So, I'd use this one, hands down, no problems, in any of my vehicles. This is a pretty good filter. It's a high-end filter, and yeah, it's made for high-end now. It has that great look. It's not sloppy. It's made well. There's not glue everywhere. And yeah, it's a pretty good filter. And yeah, I'd have no trouble using it. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And leave a like if you liked. And come back for more in the future.